our Zoom meeting 892. Hello guys, may Zoom meeting tayo. We are waiting for the host to go live for this meeting. Okay guys, ready na tayo. I hope you will be with me. Emmy Summer, thank you. Good afternoon, Myra. Musta po? Sana samahan nyo ako dito ngayon sa Zoom meeting natin with the UK, yung from London, yung UK medical team and KAFA regarding sa ating vaccine para sa COVID-19, okay? Waiting for the host to start this meeting. Okay. Susan Cruz, hi ma'am, good afternoon. Sana next week. Ay, Susan, hindi ko talaga ma-promise yan unless na doon po kayo sa live while we are doing live na mag-comment kayo kasi nakikita din ng iba na pag magtaka sila bakit nandun nga lang yung pangalan, di naman nakitang nag-comment doon sa live, okay? So please try your best to comment while we are live, okay? Ngayon may meeting tayo sa UK medical team and KAFA regarding sa COVID-19 vaccine, okay? Sandali lang ha. Okay, Ma'am Myra. Mas mabuti din yung Emmy makarinig kayo, di ba? Any minute it will start already. So waiting tayo. We are waiting. Three minutes more to go before the host will start the meeting. Usually, Susan, nagla-live ako between 10 or 10:30. Nagla-live ako. Okay? Now, hintay natin yung meeting with the UK medical team and KAFA. Dapat malaman natin ito dahil para din ito sa ating kaligtasan. Okay? We have to be updated. Waiting for the host to start this meeting. Kung sinong gustong mag-join, basta may Zoom kayo, pwede kayong mag-join. Meeting ID 5798-7868. Sana maging interested din tayo regarding ng vaccine natin, okay? Kasi mahirap na itong new strain ngayon ng COVID is stronger than yung unang pumasok. So we will be having a meeting now with the UK medical team and KAFA. Yung nila kung ano ba ang decision para sa ating mga manggagawang checking with Diana. Connecting na tayo. Connecting. Please wait. The meeting host will let you in soon. Meeting with KAFA. Connecting. This may take a few minutes.
I don't know what happened.
Start na tayo.
Thank you so much. And bye-bye. Bye-bye. Hi, everyone.
Hi! Hello, Gana.
Welcome, Maida.
I don't know if the other companions are, I don't know if my other companions are already in.
Yeah, I think they're joining us. Yes, they are joining. Yeah, just to say quick hi to everyone so I can see you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I lost it.
Hello.
Hello.
How's everyone doing? And we're doing the same thing. I like your idea. Hello.
Back to meeting.
Hi, Diana. Hello. So it seems like people are still joining. Rena? Yes. Can you send me the link via WhatsApp? The one that I sent to you? Okay.
Kita nyo guys.
Thank you, Rena. You're welcome. I don't know everyone joining us. I think many.
Request them.
From you, if you can send us it in or a part of the group, if you can say which group, so I would get to meet you while we are waiting for everyone to join. Mala, can you hear us? I don't see your audio. Yes, I hear you. Okay. I hear you. Sri Lanka, or you're back? No, I am here in Damme. Okay, good. Good to have you.
May Ibrahim, are you there? Fidela, are you there?
Hi. Yes, hello. Good afternoon. I am here.
Thank you so much for joining, May Ibrahim. Admin Criselda, are you there?
My pleasure. Admin Criselda is not around because she has work. Okay.
Fidela, are you there?
Should we wait? බඩු ගන්නද? ආච්චිගේ කඩේට කියන්නේ. ආච්චිගේ කඩේ මෙතනින් ඔහොම ගිහිල්ලා හැරිලා you all speak English or you speak also Arabic? එකක් යහට යන්න. පාරවල් දෙකක් යන්න ඕනේ. එකපාරක්. Okay. එකපාරක්. Hello everyone. Let's do something to coordinate this. So if we are not going to speak, let's put mute. And if you could write in the chat if you speak English, or say if you don't write English, you can say I speak Arabic. But if you speak English and you prefer we use English, just write in the chat English. Okay. And if you know some of your friends or group members are joining, text them to join us so we can start shortly. Okay. So I will send in the chat as an example. Yeah, please.
Gina, I cannot hear anything. Gina, I cannot hear.
We're silent. We're silent. So we're checking if people are speaking English. They send in the chat English so we know who speaks English and who speaks Arabic. From the people I know, the majority seems to speak English. Okay, good.
will start in 2 minutes. Can we do so? We have only 10 participants now.
Yes, I prefer if we start and people who would like to join if they're late, they will join us, so we don't delay it too much. So let's say for 10.
Okay. So basically, let me start with this question actually. So from the latest, let's start with this short introduction because we don't have a huge number, so we can do like an introductory, like an introduction for everyone. So I'm Diana. I'm from UK ENT. We're doing awareness sessions about vaccination, COVID-19 vaccination. Myra?
Yes.
Can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm present. It's Myra. Well, I am one of the community leader, Filipino community leader here in Lebanon. And we are very much willing to learn or to know things about COVID-19 vaccine. As we migrants are so anxious also of our situation, and we want to be on the safe side.
Okay, Rita? Rita, you raise your hand. Cindy?
Hello everyone, I am Cindy from Cameroonian community.
Thank you. Hawaii Wi-Fi? Fidela?
Come on, Fidela.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, this is Fidela Manuel. I represent also my group, a friend of Myra, a community leader also from Lebanon. And thank you for the invitation to Myra Aragon to join this meeting.
Fidela, which nationality?
Filipino yung.
Filipino. Thank you. Nice
Welcome.
to meet you. Rita? Okay, Rainy?
Mala, yeah, is
Smala.
Yeah.
I think one friend of mine lost her connection.
Mala. Malni Kanderachi. I am from Sri Lankan Women's Society from Lebanon. I'm joined with you.
Thank you, Rainy.
Thank you.
Rita? Rita is not hearing us. Okay, let's move to the second question. So, as you are community leaders now with us today, do you have any plan to disseminate this message about vaccine to your colleagues in Lebanon?
Yes, of course.
I will repeat the question. So I'm saying, do you have any plan after this session to disseminate the information to your colleagues in Lebanon?
Yes, definitely. Yes, definitely. That's why we are here.
Okay. So definitely I'll be sending this presentation to Rina, and Rina can help you to disseminate the message to other people. Okay. And I have my colleague Alamia. Alamia, would you like please to introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. My name is Alamia. I'm working with Diana on vaccine awareness as well. She's in charge of the southern area, while I'm in charge of North Lebanon. It's wonderful to meet you all, and I applaud you all for taking this initiative.
Thank you, Alamia. So Alamia will be joining me. I will start with the first part of the presentation, and Alamia will continue. And I have also with us, we have John. John, would you please introduce yourself? I'll open the camera just to see John, and then.
Hello, hi. My name's John. I'm an intensive care nurse from Scotland, and I'm over in Lebanon. Slowly. And I'm an intensive care nurse from Scotland, and I'm here in Lebanon working with the UK emergency medical team. I'm just going to help in this presentation with Diana if needed. That's it.
Thank you, John. So John will be helping us in case you have any questions. Rena, would you like please to introduce yourself, because we have Alamia and John who didn't meet you.
Sorry. Sorry, can I say something? Gena, one Filipina leader is trying to enter, May Ibrahim, but she has not been given access to enter.
Okay. I can't see anyone here. No one in the waiting room. Let me check.
Yeah.
I saw May, she was with us.
Yes, and then she lost connection.
Okay. Let her log again. Maybe this time it will show. Okay. So meanwhile, I will introduce myself until May joins us. Nice meeting you, John and Alamia, and the new community members who are joining us. Thank you for coming to the presentation today. My name is Rena, and I'm a social worker. I'm a case and outreach worker at KAFA. And KAFA is a feminist organization that works on issues of violence against women, and we have a specific department, this is the anti-trafficking department, where we work with migrant domestic workers. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank the EMT for reaching out and preparing this presentation and helping in reaching to the communities of migrant workers, so we make sure everybody has the needed information.
Thank you, Rena, for inviting us actually, and for giving us the opportunity to meet the wonderful ladies that we have now. So now to take a look. So just to make it short and not to take a lot of your time, we will start directly with the vaccination session. So before talking about the vaccine itself, we will be talking about the virus. So what is the virus in general? For those who don't have a lot of information about what's virus, so this is the virus, you see. So usually the virus will come to our body and will stick into these things on the cells. We call them the receptors. See them? So the virus will come and will stick into these receptors that are present on the cell. Okay? On the human cell. And this virus, the virus would like to come to our body. Why? Because the virus needs our body in order to grow. The virus cannot grow on the surfaces, cannot grow on the cup, cannot grow on the door. It might still stay alive there for a couple of hours, for a couple of days, but it doesn't proliferate, it doesn't multiply. It needs human being, the human cell, in order to give more lead to more and more viruses. And that's why we become sick. Why? Because our immune system, our body will start to fight, these new things and will cause elaboration and secretion of these antibodies. So we'll have more and more of these antibodies. Okay? And that's why, because our body is fighting the virus, we will have fever, we will become tired, fatigue, we don't eat well, the symptoms of the inflammation. Is that good till now? So this is how the virus works. Okay? While the vaccine has a different story. With the vaccine, we have a different story. So the vaccine, what's vaccine? When the human being, when researchers know that the virus is working in this way, they came up with an idea. They thought that they should do something, they should work on something that is very similar to the virus, but it's not the virus at all. Something very similar that will trigger our body to produce antibodies in order to fight this strange thing that came to our body. However, it's not the vaccine itself. It's not the virus itself. It's something very similar to the virus. And that's why, what is this thing? This thing might be, I'll show you the photo. 1 second. This thing might be an attenuated virus or a killed virus. So we'll take the same shape of the virus and we will use it. Or a portion of the virus, or what we have heard about COVID-19, the mRNA, which is something taken from the virus itself, similar to the RNA of the virus. And we will be talking about it now. So basically, look what will happen. Not with corona. I'm talking about any vaccine. So any vaccine, for example, if we take the attenuated one, it will enter to our body and to our cell. But here, we don't have the proliferation of virus because we didn't inject a virus. We injected something similar, something killed. So we don't have a proliferation of something that was killed. Something that was killed will not proliferate. It's not alive. So what will happen here is that we will have proliferation of only the protein. So we will have the protein out of this thing, pathogen that we enter to our body. And we will have secretion of our body. You see? As for COVID-19, you know, what's the reason why COVID-19 caused a pandemic? Why? Because of the spikes that are present at the top of the virus. So that's why we need to create something very similar to the spike, but it's not the spike, in order to trigger the immune system in our body to cause the production of the antibodies. So we inject the mRNA like Pfizer and Moderna in order to be injected in our body directly. So we took them and we have now the protein, which are the spikes. So here we don't have the virus. We didn't inject the virus. We only injected a part very similar to the virus to produce the spikes. And the spikes will produce, the presence of these spikes will secrete the antibodies that will be staying in our body. Here, why we're giving to antibodies, and the second dose will be to make more antibodies. Okay, so the first one is like you're putting perfume. You put the first time just to have like a nice smell, but when you add more, you will have more smell. So that's why it's very important to understand that we need doses, because the second dose will boost our immune system, will make it stronger, will prepare us to be well prepared for any infection. Also, it has a memory. Our body has memory cells, and these memory cells will work when we have a second dose. So they will be well prepared in order to get to be ready to fight the real virus once it comes to our life. Okay, so so just for you to know that the vaccine that we're taking is not the virus. We're not taking COVID at all. So if you go and you test yourself after the vaccine, you will not have a positive test. It's not the virus. We're taking something very similar that the human being produced in their labs. Okay? So we're not taking it from animal, from dead bodies, from as we're hearing in the communities. No. It's totally produced by human beings in their laboratories. Okay? So, of course, Moderna and Pfizer did a lot of tests in order to to get the accreditation from the Food and the Drug Association, as well as from the World Health Organization. So it's not like they are testing it on a couple of people and then sending it to everyone. No, it's not at all the situation, and I'll show you what we have here. So if you see this picture, they did it first, and every vaccine is the situation of every vaccine, not this one only. So it passes through a lot of phases on thousands of people in order to make sure that it is safe and it has a huge efficacy. So we have different vaccines. We have the Moderna and Pfizer, and they have very good efficacy. When I'm saying efficacy, and it means that I'll show you what it means. It means like if for example, I have two people who are infected and already I vaccinated 10 people, only one of these 10 might get mild or very, very like mild and not severe, definitely case of COVID. While, for example, if we're talking about efficacy, 50% will not give protection of the human being as the 90%. Okay? So just for you to know. For example, we're taking influenza vaccine, but influenza vaccines has only 50 to 60% efficacy. We have different kinds of vaccines, and I'm sure you have heard about them all. We have the Chinese, we have the AstraZeneca Oxford, we have Moderna and Pfizer were used by adopting the mRNA technique, while Chinese is a very typical one. So they kill the virus and they put it in our body. The efficacy is like quite good, 70 to 80%. AstraZeneca, the same thing. Also, they use like another kind of virus and they inject the mRNA in the virus, and then we will take the virus, but it's not the virus again itself. And we have also Sputnik, which is the Russian one, and also it has a very good efficacy. And we have Johnson and Johnson, which is also a very good one, because we can take from Johnson and Johnson is the only vaccine that also that needs only one dose. Okay, it requires only one dose. Does it make sense? So, for you to know that we have different kinds of vaccines, but we don't know everything about all the vaccines. We only heard about some vaccines, but in fact, we have more than 400 vaccines that the companies are producing. But because the vaccine is something new, we're updating our knowledge all the time, and we feel like we need to know everything about all these vaccines. But at the end of the day, whatever vaccine we have, we should take it because they are very similar. They act in the same way, whether they are RNA or viral vector or any kind of vaccine. We should take them because they will provide us with the protection needed. I will give you the floor, Alamia, over to you if you want.
Okay, thank you. So as Diana was kindly saying, that we have these 4 main different vaccines, and as you guys can see, we need 2 doses for each. They take different types, and the storages are different. Diana, would you like to continue? So we talked about vaccine effectiveness and what it means to have 90%. And if we look at it on a larger scale, we'll have much less people who are going to be infected compared to the large amounts we see now. Can you go to the next slide? Thank you. So far with the side effects, and of course you are probably hearing a lot about the side effects of the vaccine. Maybe you know some people who have taken the vaccine. Now what you should know is that side effects are very normal. Not everyone has them, but if you do have them, that means that the vaccine is working. So it's actually a good sign. And the main side effects have been fever, fatigue. Some people have experienced, for example, some diarrhea, and some people have gotten, for example, chills. But none of these side effects last more than 2 days. And if we go to the next slide, Diana, can we go to the next slide, please?
It's not working.
It's okay, take your time. So as we see here, there are also some people who have allergic reactions, but the percentage is very low. And usually these people know that they have allergies. So for example, some people don't take vaccines in general because their body reacts badly. And some people are allergic to certain medicines, like certain products that are inside of it. But that is why the vaccination centers are in hospitals, so that if someone has a reaction, they are immediately taken to the emergency room. For example, in the hospital that I was working with, one of the workers, she had an allergic reaction, and she was taken to the emergency room, and the next day she was fine. So, and the good thing is that you should also know that at the vaccination centers, you have to wait a certain time period. So if you don't have allergies or any problems, you wait 15 minutes. If you do, you wait 30 minutes, just in case. So they're being very careful about it, even though the percentage is really low. Now, what's really important now is herd immunity. So Danica, yeah, please, this is perfect. So if we can look at this picture here, herd immunity is something that we as a community try to reach. So if we look at the first picture at the top where all the blue is, we have 2 red. So the 2 red are those who have the virus. And as you see, no one has taken the vaccine, they're all blue. And in the next picture, almost everyone is red. This is what is happening with COVID-19, right? The virus is moving from one person to another and no one is safe. Now, if you look at the middle 2 pictures, we have people in yellow. those people in yellow took the vaccine, but they aren't many. So these two who are red still infect all of those who don't have the vaccine, and only the ones who got the vaccine are safe. But if you look at the bottom picture in yellow, these people in yellow have taken the vaccine, and they are the majority. And those in blue, maybe they have allergies, maybe they are pregnant women, maybe they are children, so they can't take the vaccine. So there is something that is stopping them. But when there are this many people who are vaccinated, then they provide protection for those who can't take the vaccine. Now, we don't know what percentage of the community needs to be vaccinated to be complete, but from past experiences from SARS-1, it's around maybe 70 to 80%, but we don't have a final number yet. And if we go, also have heard a lot about the mutations. So far, the vaccines, and please, Diana, correct me if I'm wrong, but there are the South African strains, for example, and the British ones that are covered by Pfizer. And again, please let me know if there's something that has changed, because we are learning something new every day. But till now, the vaccines we are receiving are protecting us from these mutations. But we don't know what will happen later. So every time this virus moves from one person to another, it's mutating. And the longer we let it spread, and we are not, for example, vaccinating ourselves or, practicing social distancing, the more mutations will occur, and then we might have more future problems.
Exactly. Let me add on that, Alam. Please. So I'll give you the example of a person like me living in a rural area. Okay? He moves or she moves to Beirut. She will get more traditions and things like from Beirut. Then she moves to UK. She will get more traditions and norms and so on. Then she will go to Africa. She will get new things, new habits, and so on. When she goes back to her village, no one will be able to know her because her behavior, everything, habits will be changed. So I'm giving you this example to just for you to visualize how the virus will be mutated. So the virus is mutated by this transmission and dissemination from one area to another area, from one person here to another person in UK, and then in the state, and then in Africa. So it's because it is moving, it will mutate. That's why the main reason why we should take the vaccine is to stop the mutation. Till now, as my colleague Alamia mentioned, till now we are able through the vaccine to stop or to mitigate the effect of the virus in our body. However, if we don't take the vaccine, we will have more mutations, and we might ending up by having a new version of the virus. So we need again to take more precautionary measures, something that we don't know, and more precautionary measures, as I mentioned, in addition to having a new vaccine, which also will take another year and year to be able to protect us. So the best way for now, for all of us, to take the vaccine to stop the spread of the disease and to have less mutation and less versions of this virus. Okay? Over to you, Alamia. Sorry, I interrupted.
Okay, not at all. And I want to add to what Diana is saying as well. So, in case we didn't mention this, we know so far that those over the age of 18 can take the vaccine up to the age of 85. Of course, some people are choosing to take it even at an older age. A lot of people ask, as women, if you are pregnant or breastfeeding, can you take the vaccine? Till now, we don't have studies, so we cannot recommend it, but there are women who are choosing to do so, and children also are not recommended because also there was no testing on that. And so we also have for vaccine acceptance. So as we see in our community, the ability to accept this vaccine or how much we want to accept or are able to accept it depends on different factors. First of all, how safe do we view this vaccine? How effective is it? And of course, we have a lot of misinformation going around, and this misinformation scares a lot of people. It makes them regard the vaccine as unsafe, even though it's not true. Of course, doctors' recommendations are very important too, because of course, if we hear a doctor say don't take the vaccine, we're going to be like, oh, if a doctor said it, there's no way I'm going to take it, right? And if it's the opposite, if a doctor says, for example, I'm going to take the vaccine, like, okay, if the doctor's going to take it, then so will I. So this also has a huge effect. We also, of course, have the inoculation history, availability and accuracy of information, which is how much access we have to correct and verified information. Of course, we don't know how long the vaccine will last in terms of immunity. Till now, Pfizer has said 6 months, but again, we haven't had it out for long enough to know how long it will last. But the importance is that it will give us immunity, and that's what we're looking for. Some people choose to wait to see what happens later, and some people don't trust health authorities. Of course, level of education, age, and all of those play a huge factor as well. Diana Sarita has a question. Should we answer now or later? What do you prefer?
We still have only one slide, so just finish it and then we open it.
Right. So we have over like 200 million people around the world who have taken all different types of vaccines for COVID-19. And what's important to know is that it is safe. The efficacy is high. It's effective. Vaccines help us control the spread of the virus. It helps us stay safe so that even if we do catch the virus, then we are not going to end up in the hospital. And it's a smart and purposeful decision. And something we also need to keep in mind is that if I take the vaccine, I still need to practice taking my precautions, which means that if I take the vaccine, I still need to wear my mask. I still need to practice social distancing and washing my hands, because I might catch the virus and it might stay in my throat and I might not feel anything, but I can still pass it to other people who maybe don't have the vaccine yet. So it's really important that during this time, we're also really careful about spreading the virus. Thank you.
Okay, so we'll open the floor for the questions. We're here to answer all your questions.
So
we have 20 minutes for questions.
So Rita's saying, why don't some people take the vaccine? Rita, can you be more specific about which people? Like, do you mean those that we mentioned, like the children and pregnant women, or do you mean in general why some people don't want to take the vaccine? You can speak, by the way. You can turn on your microphone if you'd like.
It seems that she can't.
Maybe. Take your time, Rita. And anyone else who would like to ask.
I just want to make a clarification for those, because I'm sharing this Zoom meeting, though I cannot really share the screen because I don't have access to share it in YouTube. But there are viewers in my YouTube live right now. I just want to make a confirmation from you. To make it clear that this vaccine, because we have a wrong idea of the vaccine. Why?
Okay, I'm asking you this question because it's my friend, it's young people. He doesn't take this medicine, this one. He doesn't take.
is afraid. Some people say it didn't get birds, even like sick. It's afraid so many people, even my community.
Okay. So I'm sorry, Myra, you were speaking, and I think
Yeah.
then Rita interrupted you. If Myra, give us just 1 minute to answer Rita, and then we'll get back to you in just a minute.
Okay.
So Diana, Rita is saying that she has a lot of colleagues who are scared of taking the vaccine, and there's no acceptance in terms of that. Would you like to?
So yeah, it's normal. It's normal, Rita. Like a lot of people, they don't. They are hesitant to take the vaccine. My colleague John can talk with us about his experience because he took Pfizer before even Pfizer came to Lebanon. He took it in UK. So John, can you tell us about your experience and your colleagues' experience in UK taking the Pfizer, the vaccine?
Certainly. So I didn't have a choice of what vaccine to get. So in the UK, they're using Pfizer and also the Oxford AstraZeneca injection. So when I went for my appointment, I got the Pfizer vaccine. I had no side effects at all. I had a sore arm, but that was just from the injection, and I'd expect that at any time. And also, a lot of my colleagues have had Pfizer also and had no reactions. I've had some colleagues that have had the second dose of Pfizer and also did not have any side effects.
So John is saying that nothing happened to him and to his colleague.
So for women, it doesn't a problem for women because women's like 30, 31, 32 age, you think about it doesn't get births. They like
no at all. Fertility is a great question, and it's not only asked by your colleague, but it's asked by everyone. And
yeah,
definitely you have the right to ask whatever you want. But now, ladies, I guess now it's your role from now on to spread messages about accurate information. So you should fight the inaccurate information because nothing happened related to fertility. It's like any other vaccine.
Yeah, I think about influenza, like some
any other vaccine in the world. Like we have, like we start vaccinating our children since day one.
Yeah.
From day one, our children are getting the vaccines and a lot of vaccines, and nothing happened to them. I will share with you. Allow me to share with you this video and let me know if it is in Arabic, but basic Arabic. So
yeah, it's better. Yeah, it's Arabic. Yeah, we are talking about Lebanese is more than is Arabic, not English. Even if I have turning with my language, because Ethiopian we don't talk Arabic, even English not more. We have my language in Amharic. If you have that, if you have that one, it's better.
Maybe you can take the presentation and be translated. If someone can do it, that would be perfect, honestly. So you will be able to. John, do you want to say?
Yeah. So just talking about the fertility again. So this is a rumor, and we don't know where this has started, but in the world at the moment, there's millions of people that have had the vaccine. And from those millions, there's now thousands that have become pregnant. So,
so nothing will happen because a lot of John's colleagues are getting pregnant. Nothing happened. I'll share with you. Okay, 1 second. Let me know if you are able to see the screen.
We can see your folder.
And now?
Okay. Just your folder. I think you should
now.
Still folder. I think you should stop sharing and share the video. But share it with the audio.
1 second.
Take your time. Sorry, Myra, if you'll just give us another minute. Diana, do you want to try to share your whole desktop, which is the first option?
Yeah, I will.
And make sure you share with audio so okay, that's better.
Now,
yes, thank you.
okay, let me know if you are hearing the video.
Did you share with audio?
Are you able to hear?
Yes, we do.
No. Yes?
Yes, yes.
Right here? Okay, can you play it, Diana, so we can try it?
Yeah. Yes, are you able to hear it?
No, not really. I don't. No.
Diana, can I bother
No?
you? When you're sharing, can you exit share screen? And when you share it, there's a box at the bottom before you choose. Just check it. It says share with audio or something at the bottom of the options. Or share sound.
Do you have it, Alamia? Because I don't.
It's hold on. Let me see if I can show you where it is. Give me 1 second. Sorry.
Meanwhile, you can ask your question, lady.
Myra, go ahead if you'd like to ask.
Yes, as I was telling earlier, since I'm sharing this Zoom meeting in my YouTube Live, though I cannot share the screen, but I just want to make a clarification and confirmation from you because we have a wrong idea of the vaccine. Why people are so afraid, including me. I'm afraid of taking the vaccine since we are thinking that we are getting the live virus itself. That's why we are apprehensive. Now that I heard from you, it's not really the virus itself that is in the vaccine. It is just a replication. The vaccine company did a replication to create the spike to battle against this virus. Is it right? This is what I was understanding.
Yeah. So you're right. It's not the virus at all in any way. It's not the virus. It's like any other vaccine that you are taking. It's the same thing. It's like any other vaccine. It's not something they didn't reinvent the wheel. It's the same thing that we are taking, but it's a new one. That's why people have this fear. But now that's why I would like to share with you the video to see that everyone is taking it. And honestly, the hesitancy and this fear among the Lebanese population, okay? And like I'm talking about Lebanese because once the Lebanese take the decision to take it, then you will feel safe, like everyone is taking it. Like honestly, I would like to talk about myself. When I saw the president of the Emirates, UAE, and Dubai are taking it, I felt like, oh, so I can take it. When I asked my friend John, did you take it? And he was like, yeah, definitely I took it. And I was like, oh, then it's fine. I should take it. So when you see other people, even if I give you the information, you will not be confident unless you see one of your friends or your colleagues or maybe your employer is taking it. So you feel like you have this confidence that yes, I will take it too. So that's why I will show you this video and I will share with you a story. So first, when we started with this presentation in the hospital, and hospitals and old people and people who are working in hospitals should be the first ones to take the vaccine. They have the priority. However, the first few days, very, very minimal number registered because of the hesitancy. We did the presentation and the number of people who registered on the platform increased from 2% to 20%, which is a good percentage. Then, when the head nurse took the vaccine, all her staff you the video. Alamia, are you able to do something with it?
Did you see what I sent you, Diana, on your phone?
You know, for us, not just by observing people taking the vaccine and then we go for the vaccine too. This education, how you will make them understand the vaccine itself, the component of the vaccine, and how it reacts on the body is very important. Like before, when we had the first meeting, I was so apprehensive to take the vaccine. I said, I don't like to take the vaccine because with my idea that why should I put the virus into my body? But now that I understood from your explanation that this vaccine is not the virus itself, maybe now I have like 98% to say yes, I will take the vaccine.
You know,
I totally agree with you here, and allow me to tell you, and first of all, to thank you, because at least you're hearing me. I'll tell you a story. Like, I went to my village in South Lebanon, and I talked to my to my parents-in-law, and they didn't hear me. They refused even to hear me. So it's great that you are here to get the information and to decide accordingly whether you want it or not. I really appreciate that. So you can build your decision based on evidence, not based on rumors. Let me show you this video. Okay, ready?
Okay.
ديبارتمنت طب الاطفال، وانا هلا حاخذ الفاكسين الكوفيد. بتمنى على الجميع تسمع بتشجع مشان نحمي بعض ونحمي اللي حوالينا. ليه جايين تتطعموا اليوم؟ هل خايفين شيء من الطعم؟ لا. هل في نسبة إقبال على الطعم، على اللقاح عندكم بالمستشفى؟ بدي أقول أنا إنه أول ما كان يسمعوا العالم بالفاكسين وخاصة الكادر الطبي والتمريضي كان في كثير رفض لإله من كثير محلات. نحن بلشنا مع اليو كي اي ام تي، عملنا سيشن تريننج بعدين مع الفايزر. من ورا هول 2 سيشن صار في اقبال اكثر وصارت العالم عم تتقبله اكثر صراحه. واول يوم عملنا الفاكسين كنا نحن من اول الناس اللي عم يعملوا، مع انه انا كان عندي مثلا الرجي على كثير بروتيات، كنت خايفه من رياكسيون الرجي كثير قويه. بالرغم من هيك كنا عم نشجع بعض. حبيتوه؟ فهمتوه؟ شو بعد عندكم أسئلة؟ بعد عندنا 3 دقايق. We still have 3 minutes.
Diana, I just want to make sure you are able to share this presentation with the members who would like to deliver this information to their groups. Is that correct?
Yes, definitely, Rina. Well, I prefer if you can take it, Rina, first and remove some of the. أنا وألميا we can do it. it to you. Also, if you would like to use some flyers, we have some good flyers, but they are in Arabic. So if you have someone who can translate them into other languages, that would be fantastic. They are nice because they don't have a lot of wording. Can I share you some of them so you see what?
I can see them, and if I'm able to translate them to English, then they will be available for others as well.
Okay, so are you able to see my screen?
No, your folder.
Ya Allah. One second.
Yeah. I think Rahil and Vianney joined us recently, so in case you have some questions and you would like to ask with the time left, please do.
Gina?
Yeah.
Are you able now?
Yes, we are able to see your screen. And yes, Myra?
Yes, I would like to ask, since I can make people understand better in my community that this vaccine is safe, since it's not really the virus that is being injected into our body. But now my second question is, how can we have the vaccine, since I think the migrants are not in the priority list for to have the vaccine right now? How can we protect?
This is a great question. Actually, for you to know, all people and a lot of migrant workers working in the hospitals, they took the vaccine. Again, all the migrant workers who worked in the hospital, okay, took the vaccine as a priority. And especially those who are working in the cleaning sector or so on.
Yeah.
As for you and for me and for Alamia and for Gina as social workers and people who are doing community awareness and so on, we register, but we have to wait. You have to do the same thing. You have to register and to wait. Once they send you a message, you will be ready to take the vaccine. So you are allowed as a resident in Lebanon to take the vaccine. So you have to register to wait. Okay?
Okay.
Unless if you have someone of you is working as caregiver or in an elderly center or in health centers, you should be considered as a priority. And in this case, those centers should put you as a phase 1 group. You see what I mean?
Yeah. But another question. We didn't receive any message or form for us to register. How could we register?
Okay, great. Thank you for informing me too. Rena, please, I'll be sharing with you the link. In fact, I guess you have it.
Yeah, but it's good to share it with me again, and yeah, I can forward.
Yeah, it's the impact. It's like actually another point, just not to feel that you are not, like just for you to feel safe and to feel like you're not marginalized. Honestly, I will tell you something. It's not only with that this issue is not only with you. It's also for our grandparents who didn't know that this platform exists. So people who are not aware of the platform, they are not part of, they're not like, they don't know. Like even my parents, they're not that old, but they didn't know about the platform. So it's okay not to know about the platform, but now that's why you are here, to get the information needed. So I'll be sending you the platform so you can register and you can invite other people, your colleagues to register.
Exactly. And Diana, I just wanted to say, because some places it's not in Arab, in English, the options are not in English. I can, if you like, stay with you to fill it and help you fill it, and then you can teach others how to fill it. Okay, so if you face technical problems.
Okay. Another question. I have lots of questions. Sorry. Another question, since this is for the sake of my YouTube viewers, so they will know. Just an assurance, because like
How many viewers do we have, Myra?
I have 24 right now.
24.
Yes. This is being shared in my YouTube channel, and they will review it again. So, and it will be shared with others too. Now we want you to confirm and reassure us that most of the migrant workers are not legal, or they don't have legal papers. So will it be dangerous for them to register, or will they be safe to register?
Listen, I'll tell you something. It's like, honestly, I can't tell you okay, my answer will be as follows. First, you can register. If you have any paper that prove that you are there, that you exist,
Yes.
then they will use it just for them to see that the person who registered is the same person who's coming to the center.
Okay.
And honestly, it's not, the center is not there to arrest people or to catch people, okay? But it's, I don't know, like the movement of those people is usually hard, because I knew a lot of migrant workers, and I know one like helper she's visiting me every 2 weeks. Okay, so I know for a fact that she's not registered. She doesn't have the paper.
Yeah.
All her papers, residency. But always she has this fear to be arrested by police on the road. So maybe for her to go to get the vaccine on the road, she might be arrested. So it's not related to the vaccine itself and the platform. It's related to the people that she will meet. Okay? So did you get my point, Myra?
Yes, Miss Diana. But my question is like, they have fear
Yes,
because
sorry, I will ask you. I understand this one. Sorry, someone registered, he need a passport or ikama, like that, or anybody is registered?
No, anything, any document.
Anybody.
You
You need a document? Okay.
Yeah. If I can
even
just
something
clarify.
paying or without pay?
No,
without paying. It's for free.
Exactly.
Pay
It's
for
for
what?
free, and if
Okay.
you have like your passport.
Okay, I'm working in a company. I'm working, going and coming, because I'm working in a company, it's construction company, because so many people is here, not at home. Because if I want to take this vacancy, I go to register, or under the company, I register. How register?
Good question here. It's a very good question, actually, because I discussed that with the president of the campaign, the vaccine, yesterday. And he told me they are talking at ministry with the companies for them be able to send those group of people like one time. So they will make sure that the company registered all the workers that they have had. But in my opinion, don't wait for the company to register you. Do it yourself. And then if the company, if the company decides to do so, then it's very easy for the ministry to understand that this person has registered already and will give them the priority. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, but I ask you one question. My friend, she's working of محل اختيارية، يدلوا اختيارية محل إني بيشتغلوا هونيك. بس I think last week he take it vacancy all اختيارية، بس لهني ما تايو إني
وين
السودان بكفاية اسمه لونج في أو عمر طويل اسمه هذا محل يدلوا اختيارية.
لقلك شو؟
يدلوا اختيارية أكدوا vacancy. She told me هني ما أكدوا بيشتغلوا هونيك ما أكدوا. She doesn't take my friend. She's working with one person. Okay.
راح يخدموا.
Why not? They didn't give the all.
لأنه the priority
already he
for
take
the
the
old people.
all the
خليني ارجع البرايورتي phase 1 مش يعني نحن ليكم نحن شوفوا نحن انا هنا علميا جون نحن عم نزور المستشفيات نحن our work to visit the hospital we're visiting the hospital but we're not priority لأنه البرايورتي هن old people and healthcare workers inside the hospital and migrant workers inside the hospital not in the nursery center.
He's working in hospital. His hospital, like hospital is this one. He have a nurse. He have a like just taking all the career and working this one doctors and nurses. Yeah. He's not hospital. Yes. Not
هودي مش hospital. حتى لو بيجي ناس تعمل الهوسبيتال بس هودي منهم الهوسبيتال. بس definitely I'll tell you something. Definitely يعني أنا my opinion I'm not the ministry أنا من الوزارة بس أنا عم بقول my opinion if you're working with old people you should get كمان the vaccination to protect them مش بس هن ياخذوا الفاكسين كمان انتوا لازم
أنا كمان عم بقول هيك بس هن أكدوا بس ما أكدوا بس أكدوا الدنيا أو
الكومباني لازم تلعب let me show you
أنا بدي أنا بدي راجع.
I have another call at 5:30. So let me show you Let me show you.
Okay.
Let me show you the. Can you mute yourself, please? Okay. So هون عم نسأل إنه أي أنا فاكسين بدي آخذ عم نقول خذوا اللي بدكم إياه take whatever available just our ultimate goal is to kill the virus so it doesn't matter which vaccine you take okay قادرين تشوفوا غنى عم تشوفي second one
yeah we can see it
so الثاني بيقول what's the duration needed in order to build our immunity after the vaccine? So if we're taking the vaccine, does it mean that we should remove our mask? The answer is no, because we need to provide immunity for all people, but we will take the immunity after 28 days. And this means we will not go to the hospital if we got COVID. It will be very mild or we will not feel at all anything. That's good. Another poster, quickly. It's like, if I was infected by COVID, should I take the vaccine? The answer is yes. You only take 1 dose. Okay? Because the immunity that we're building doesn't last long. So we need something stronger, so we take another booster. Also, we're saying here that even if we're taking the vaccine, we should keep space, we should put the mask to make sure that we're not transmitting anything. The last one, and this is a question asked by you guys, that are we sure that this vaccine that came very fast to our world will protect us? Is it safe? And our answer is that all the researchers took a lot of time to do the research to come up with a vaccine. So definitely it's safe. Okay? So these are like some ideas. Alamia, do you have anything to add?
I think that's mostly it. Of course, I just want to thank everyone. Is there anything else, Diana, you would like to add?
Rena, over to you if you need to add anything. We lost tonight.
Yes.
Okay. So, ladies, do you have
I want to ask something. Yes, I want to ask something. Hi.
Can I speak now?
Go ahead. Akid. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, sorry for my English. I will just try to speak in English because usually I speak French.
Speak in French.
It's now,
I can translate, don't worry.
you can understand in French?
Yeah, I can translate. Feel free to use any language.
Okay, thank you. That's good. That's great. Moi, qu'est-ce que je veux dire, c'est que depuis je vous écoute, c'est comme si j'étais en une séance de questions-réponses. It's like everybody is asking question and directly we have answer. It's like you are doing promotion of something, of one product that everybody is supposed to buy it, that like is one product that is so much important. And me, I feel like je sens comme si c'était une propagande, une promotion. Qu'est-ce que je veux demander? Ce que je veux demander, c'est pourquoi le vaccin pour le corona est tellement important qu'il faut qu'on fasse une promotion. Pourquoi il faut faire une promotion pour le vaccin contre le Covid? Parce que avant la Covid, on a eu le VIH-Sida, on a eu la fièvre jaune, on a l'hépatite, on a plein de maladies qui sont aussi dangereuses et dont on n'a jamais fait la publicité de leur vaccin et dont on se vaccine sans avoir de spécificité. Moi, je veux savoir pourquoi le vaccin contre le corona est plus important que les autres vaccins.
Okay,
Pourquoi?
let me answer.
Et
Okay, so Vayani is
autre
asking.
question.
Okay, go ahead.
I continue or I wait you finish to translate?
Yeah, let me translate. So Vayani was asking, why we're promoting this vaccine as something like as a product. She felt like it's a promotion for the vaccine, while other viruses like for example HIV and the yellow fever, we didn't work to get a vaccine for them. So why now for COVID? Okay, go ahead with your second question so I can answer both questions.
Ok. Ma seconde préoccupation, c'est pourquoi est-ce que les autres maladies, parce que moi, mes questions, c'est une continuité, pourquoi les autres maladies comme le VIH, la fièvre jaune, et pour ne citer que ces deux, ils n'avaient pas de vaccin différent. Pour la COVID, on a le vaccin turc, on a le vaccin chinois, on a le vaccin ceci. Pourquoi tout ça est différent? Pourquoi vous allez voir la plupart des personnes, je veux parler de mon camp, la plupart des personnes de couleur noire, les Africains noirs sont sceptiques pour le vaccin parce qu'il y a des différents vaccins. Moi, pour me faire vacciner contre l'hépatite et toutes les autres maladies, je n'ai pas eu peur parce que c'était la même chose pour tout le monde. Mais maintenant, pour le corona, il y a différents vaccins. Chaque fois que tu vas parler, on va essayer de te convaincre. Pourquoi c'est comme ça? C'est comme s'il y avait quelque chose de caché derrière et qu'on ne veut pas nous dire. Moi, je veux conclure en disant que tant que toutes ces choses-là ne seront pas bien éclaircies, tant que tout ça ne sera pas clair, tant qu'il n'y aura pas un vaccin pour tout le monde, vous aurez toujours des personnes qui vont se tenir à l'écart du vaccin contre la COVID. Parce qu'il faut que ce soit le même vaccin pour tout le monde.
Okay. Vayani, let me translate and let me answer. Let me translate and let me answer. Thank you, Vayani, for your note. It's really needed, and thank you for raising this issue. So Vayani is saying, it's the continuance of the first question. She's saying that why in this kind of this disease, we're talking about many different types of vaccines. Why people who have black color should worry about that? Why they didn't find the solutions for HIV and other problems that affected, that was a pandemic in Africa and South Africa and the African countries?
Yeah, Anne.
Doreen, can you please mute yourself? So she's asking this question. She's saying why we have multiple vaccine as we need to choose, or someone will
they are working on. Have been looking to try and find the vaccine for HIV, but I think the way I don't know in detail, but I think the way the HIV affects the body is very different than the way that this virus affects the body. So it's a completely different virus.
HIV is changing itself. We don't want to go into the details of what are the different viruses, but let me tell you something. HIV, till now they are still working on it, and maybe you're right. Maybe I'm saying that not like a part of UKEMP. I'm saying that out of my personal opinion. I don't know why till now they don't have a clear vaccine or prior to get vaccines for HIV. But what I tell you regarding the different types of the vaccines that we have now for COVID, it's not related at all to the inequality, okay? Because in each country that has the capacity to produce vaccines, they are producing vaccines. So if, for example, Lebanon has a capacity, they will produce vaccine with name, I don't know, Diana, let's say. And in the Russian, the same thing. In France, the same thing. In UK, the same thing. They have the Oxford and in China, they have their own vaccines. So it's about people who have the capacity to produce vaccines. And we're not saying, again, I show you the photo to tell you, whatever vaccine is available, I will take it. It doesn't matter that I don't care about its origin. What I really care about is to have a vaccine available. So those vaccines, dear Vianney, they are all good, whatever is the origin, right?
I think one of the reasons that there's so many, all of a sudden, so many vaccines for this virus is because there's many governments spent billions and billions of dollars funding the companies, the research. So the companies didn't have to make a gamble. They knew they weren't going to lose money whether they made a vaccine or not made a vaccine. That's why all of a sudden we've got like 4 or 5 vaccines. There's more vaccines coming also.
Exactly, more vaccines are coming. And let me tell you also another thing, because it hits the whole world. So every country that, as John mentioned, that has the capacity and the money to fund projects, they will do it. Okay? So I hope I answered your question, Ryan.
I would like to share an opinion also regarding this, as Vianney was saying, like it's like a promotion for this COVID-19 vaccine. Why not the other diseases? I think why it's more focused, we are more centered on producing the vaccine for COVID-19 because it turned to a pandemic. It's not only a problem pertaining to certain countries. It affected the whole world. So that's why everybody is rushing up to produce vaccine and get this vaccine to control, or else the whole world will be a dead world.
True. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. It's really nice talking to all of you. My email, my phone number is with Rina. So please, Rina, feel free to get back to me. Even that you know that we're coming to the end of deployment, but I'm here in Lebanon to help you, to support you. So please feel free to contact me whenever you want, and we can stay in touch definitely. And let me know if you need any kind of the flyer, the presentation, so I can send them. Thank you all.
Thank you, Diana, and everyone. Sure, we will stay in touch, and please do get back to us, even if I know KAFA is not focused on medical issues, but this is very important. So if we need some technical advice, I will get in touch with Diana, and if you would like to do the presentation on your own, so we can also help you do that. So thank you for your time today. Thank you, Diana and EMT, for providing this much needed information. And thank you, ladies, for taking the time to attend this session.
Thank you so much.
Everyone, have a
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Have a very nice day.
Good night,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So guys, yun na, paliwanag. Kasi 'di ba ako rin nag-post noon na ayokong magpa-vaccine. But now we understand through this meeting na hindi pala yung mismong virus ang ilalagay sa loob mo. Gumawa sila ng parang yung katulad ng virus to fight against the virus, yung COVID-19 virus. So I think for now, may conviction ako na safe yung vaccine. Pero we will learn more about the vaccine and we will be very willing to also share it with you para naman sa ating mga kaligtasan. So, guys, thank you so much for staying with me. And till next update, babu, babu, babu.